Okay, so I believe we are live on now, and you can see us live, and we are going to have a detailed session today. And this session is related to the CBT which was conducted today for electronics engineering branch, and that is for Bharat Electronics Limited. So, as we told you, friends, that we will be doing a detailed analysis of your paper today. That is. Of Bharat Electronics Limited, first for electronics and then for mechanical. So I now welcome you all on our live session, which will keep on going till we provide you the detailed solution from the mentors. With me are the team of mentors today, those who are jotting down the questions which you are sending, and they are making the detailed answer for you. And by the evening, we will be providing you the PDF of entire question paper along with the answer. And with me is also my team of AI professionals, AI experts, Box Innovate AI. That is, I welcome them also, Ankur and team, who will be providing us, step by step help to decode, the perfection and the accuracy as far as the questions are concerned. So this entire exercise will be successful and effective if you will keep on giving the inputs and keep on providing the questions, because the right answer will be only if the question is right and precise. So obviously you can do that. Many of our executives, they are collecting the questions from you, they are getting the questions from you. More the questions you will provide, better the question you will provide, more effective will be the analysis. Now let me tell you the first response from the students and about this particular paper of Bharat Electronics Limited. We were having previous years question paper of BEL, and we were preparing keeping that as a reference. So as per my understanding, as per my feedback, the difficulty level of this paper was similar to the previous years of Bharat Electronics Limited. So this was average difficulty level, moderate difficulty level. Now this was engineering paper, 1 minute, one question was the format, and on the basis of that we predicted that question paper is going to be pretty simple, not ticklish, not difficult, and that was true. Many questions were only theoretical based questions, numericals were very less, so numericals were not there, not many numericals were there. So that means it was theoretical related questions and concept related questions. So if you know the idea, you could have solved it. The paper level of BEL was similar to previous years, like last paper which was the reference for YourPedia mentors, it was similar to that. So the difficulty level was similar to that. So these are some of the inputs which we have got. So as far as the cutoff is concerned, friends, I don't know how well the mentors, how well the students were prepared this year, but the difficulty level was like last year only. So so far whatever inputs we have got was numericals were very less in this paper. Paper was simple, if at all you can call it. It was maximum degree difficulty was moderate. It was not very difficult paper, and questions were theoretical questions with answer choices which were long answer choices, and students are finding it difficult to remember what the answer choices were there. But still, if you provide the questions, then our mentors will certainly tell you what the answer is. Now I will also share with you some of the inputs which we are getting from all of you. Students have started giving their inputs, and we will be providing you the inputs from the students who are providing it to us. So technical section, some students found conceptual and tricky some of the questions, though last year comparison it is looking like it was little more difficult or tricky compared to last year, but last time also it was quite simple, so we can say it was a moderate degree of difficulty. Cutoff may not go more than last year, so whatever the last year cutoff was there, you can expect the last time's cutoff only in that. Now they have
Yeah,
increased the length of the question itself. Yeah, Chandra, would you like to go ahead?
from networks and control systems, these are the two subjects I want to discuss here. Very simple questions. I can say one line answer, only theory,
Hmm.
not even single problem. Mostly till now, with respect to the information I received from the students,
Hmm.
what I want to convey here is till now I did not receive any question of numerical. All are theory questions. Only
Okay.
just look at the question, just stick for the answer. All the questions and concepts are covered in our live classes in this 2025 BL module. So paper is very easy. The very first question is, I'll just I received some 7 to 8 questions. Okay, those questions I did not receive complete information regarding to the question, but students sent me some part of the question. From that, I framed the question, which is exactly correct as per the paper. Okay, so the very first question is, which principle is used in mesh analysis? Very simple question. I told you very clearly, KVL plus Ohm's law is used. KVL plus Ohm's law is used in mesh. KVL plus Ohm's law. Okay, if it is nodal analysis, KCL plus Ohm's law. Okay, this one, the very beginning of our networks, we discussed about this question. So those who attended our classes can check their notes. All the concepts and questions are exactly from our notes, and questions are only theoretical, no problematic questions or numerical ones, right? First question I received is, which principle is used in mesh analysis? KVL and Ohm's law, that is, right? The next question is, superposition theorem is superposition theorem is used on complex elements and multiple independent sources. It is true or false? It is true, yes. If a circuit is complex, it is having more number of sources with different frequencies, then we have to use superposition theorem. Yes, that is true. That is true. See, partially I received the question, I framed it completely. Okay, so if there is any slight change in the question, you can type in the chat box to me. Okay, I'll correct it. And if the question is how much correct, that much more clearly I will be able to give you the answer, right? Yeah. Third question is from control systems I received from students. That is, Nyquist plot is not encircling the critical point -1, J0, and number of open loop right hand side poles are 0, then the system stability is. He's asking about system stability, whether the system is stable or unstable. See, we all know that n is equal to p minus z. Number of encirclements with respect to the critical point -1, J0 is equal to p minus z. That fellow himself saying that Nyquist plot is not encircling -1, J0, so n is 0, and he is saying that number of open loop poles open loop right hand poles is equal to 0, that is also equal to 0, minus z. From that, z is equal to 0, where z is the number of closed loop poles in the right half of S plane. There are no closed loop poles in the right half of S plane, that is 0. If there are no closed loop poles in the right half of S plane, system is obviously stable. System is what? Stable, right? Please check yourself with these solutions if there is any slight change in the question, because these questions are provided by the students to me. There may be slight change from one student to another student depending on their remembrance. You can correct it in the chat box. You can type in the chat box, right? Next question. He is saying, this question I did not receive it completely. I'll make it combinations. Okay, we'll discuss all the combinations of the fourth question. That is, two capacitors and one inductor are given. Then number of state variables are. If there are two capacitors in such a way that they are in series or parallel, you can combine it to one. Then the number of energy storage element, capacitor will be 1, inductor will be 1. Suppose what I mean to say is, there is a capacitor here. Okay, there is one inductor here, there is a capacitor here. These two capacitors you can't combine into a one capacitor, neither they are in series nor in parallel, right? So it is having capacitor 1, capacitor 2, inductor. There are 3 energy storage elements, 3 independent energy storage elements. Then order is 3, order is equal to 3. Then number of state variables are also 3, right? But whereas if you check it now, that fellow given one inductor, one capacitor, another capacitor like this way they given. Now these two capacitors happily can be combined and can make into a single capacitor like this. Yes, so this is C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. You know that capacitors connected in series will be C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Now it can be made as a single capacitor. Now one capacitor, one inductor. Now order is 2. Therefore, number of state variables are also 2. So if this type of means, if the capacitors are given such a way that they can be combined into a single capacitor, number of state variables are 2. If it is not possible to combine the capacitors into single, then number of state variables are 3. Right? So both the combinations possible in this question. I give you the answer. Please check exactly what is the question given, right? Next, this is easiest question. PI controllers primarily focus on reducing steady state error. PI controller is nowhere related with the transient response. PD controllers are related with the transient response. PI controller is related with the steady state error. PI controller, steady state performance. PD controller, transient performance. This one we discussed very clearly. By PI controller is going to add one pole at the origin in OLTF. It is going to raise the type of the system, due to which steady state error is going to become exactly equal to 0. Right? PD controllers will improve the transient response. Right? So primarily focuses on PI controller, steady state response. Steady state response, right? And they're going to reduce the steady state error. Yes. Next question is on Bode plot. What is a Bode plot? Very simple. Bode plot is having two parts: magnitude in decibels versus frequency on log axis. Yes, we draw Bode plot on semi-log sheet, right? And another part of this Bode plot is phase angle in degrees versus frequency again on log axis. These are the Bode plot. Bode is having magnitude plot as well as phase plot. Magnitude as well as phase plot, right? Next question. Root locus starts. This one very clearly told you that root locus starts at open loop poles. Yes, root locus starts at open loop poles and it ends at open loop zeros. That's all. Okay. Root locus, simple, means if you know the outlines of the subject also, you can, means not exactly outlines, if you just know the concepts, you did not practice well, but you understood the concept well, you can answer these questions. Theory questions, conceptual based questions, no calculation is involved. If you know the concept, you understood the concept, just stick for the answer. For one question, it takes only 30 seconds, not more than 30 seconds if you know the concept. Otherwise, how much time you spend? Why? Because it's not a numerical. Whatever time you're going to spend, you're not going to get the answer. You may go with the wrong answer, right? So as of now, these are the questions I received. Let me check if there are any other questions I received. I'll discuss those, right? Yes. If any one of you there, you can send the questions. There are number of YourPedia students, hundreds of students wrote today BL exam, right? So they can come and discuss here, right? Yeah, any question or any ambiguity in the questions, okay? Anything, see, when you are writing exam, you might confused in some question. All those things we can discuss here if you come forward, right? Yeah. So as of now, these are the questions what I received from the subjects networks and control systems.
Okay.
Over to
So,
Vijayender, sir.
okay, so Chandra, what do you think is the difficulty level of this?
Easy, sir. It is very easy. This paper is
Okay,
very, very easy. Only
okay,
simple theoretical questions. I did
hmm,
not found
okay,
even a single logical question
okay,
in the questions what I received till now.
okay. So all simple, huh?
Yeah, all are simple questions, straightforward questions. No trick, no
Hmm,
logic, just conceptual based. If you know the concept, if a student knows the concept, sir, he'll be able to
hmm,
just tick for the answer without any
hmm.
struggle.
Okay, so many schools are giving the input that whatever they were preparing, like keeping last year's paper in mind. So it was expected lines only, and they have done good also in that.
Yes, sir. See, all the things, all the questions what that are appeared in BL exam are directly from our notes. What we discussed
Hmm,
in class, no question got exceeded from our notes, from the
hmm,
subjects, networks, and control system. Till now, what I
hmm,
received from the
hmm.
students.
So this was a combined exam for both electronics and electrical engineers, Chandra?
This is only for EC, sir.
Ah, okay, this is only for AC.
Yes, sir.
So how many topics you would think, I mean, they covered? They covered uniform topics or something? Entire syllabus was uniformly covered. Any idea about that? Any input you got related to
Sir,
that?
they covered almost all the topics in both networks and control systems. So they touched each and every topic,
Hmm.
either straightforward or indirectly.
Okay.
A
Hmm.
number of
So
topics
that means
could
that someone
covered.
who was prepared, they
So
will get better,
you
huh?
can say that total
Hmm.
7 questions I received, sir. 7 questions are from 7 different topics. Okay, no
Hmm.
repetition of the topic. The first question is from very basics. Means in fact, I want to give you one point here to the students. So
Okay.
first question is from the first topic of networks. Second question is from
Hmm.
theorem. Second topic exactly. Yes,
Hmm.
then the control systems I started. The control systems
Okay.
mostly they covered from
Hmm.
frequency response onwards. Root locus frequency response. They did not given any question as of now.
Hmm.
From the
Hmm.
basics of control systems, they did not given. From root locus board frequency response, Bode plot, Nyquist plot they covered. But time response they did not cover. Equilibrium criteria, Routh-Hurwitz criteria they did not cover in these 7 questions. We had to receive a few more questions, sir. We did not receive complete questions. This is the analysis based on the questions what we received till now.
Okay. Okay, I think as and when we keep on getting more questions, I think Dushyant sir has got more questions also. And he'll be discussing about those questions now.
Yes, sir.
What questions from Dushyant sir I got. So
Yes, sir.
far, friends, those who joined now and they
So
started
please,
watching now.
if you have any questions, you can send it here so that I'll
There's a
discuss.
question, I think, Chandra, some questions are coming. How do we reduce energy loss in transmission lines or something? I don't know what question is this related to. Question this was asked or what? Some inputs are coming on the questions.
So
So we'll
communication,
learn.
sir, transmission line, power loss. Dushyant sir
Okay,
will take, sir. In few
okay.
minutes, Dushyant sir will take.
Okay, okay. So I think these were the questions. The students have started giving the questions now, and will be providing the answers to these questions. From there, I think these questions are coming. So it was a pretty simple question as per our understanding and as per the feedback of the students. Though
Sir,
we
over
will
to
soon,
Vijayender, sir.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So friends, now Dushyant sir is going to take the session. He's going to conduct the session now for you. Yeah.
Okay friends, welcome to YourPedia Education. So basically I'm going to discuss some questions from which we are getting from the students, right? This is the question which is coming from the communication part, that mutual information in X and Y is called as, right? So basically there are I'm only getting three options. If you have other options, you can share that with me, right? If you have the question, you can share that question in the chat box. So what are the options? That entropy of X and Y. See, mutual information in X and Y is called as, what it will called as? The first option is entropy of X and Y. The second option is that info of X and Y. The third option is error of X and Y. I'm getting only these three options, right? So basically, whenever we are talking about the mutual information between two random variable, this is a random variable X, this is a random variable Y. So when we are talking about mutual information between two source or variables like that, that will be the information of X and Y. So what will be the option for this one? That will correct, that is the information of X and Y whenever you are calculating the mutual information, right? I only have these three options. If you have another options, you can share with me in the chat box, right? Okay, next question is, this is also from the this question is from the analog electronics, and this is a very basic question, that transistor in saturation region, right? The next question is transistor in saturation region has. So first option is given to you, both the junction forward bias, both forward bias junction. The second option is both reverse bias junction. I only have the two options. I think I can predict other option. The emitter base junction is forward bias, collector base junction is reverse bias, right? Let us predict emitter base junction forward bias and collector base junction reverse bias. Another one is the D option is collector base junction is forward bias, emitter base junction is reverse bias. So I think these are the four options. So when we are going to start, when we are studying about the transistor, in the starting we are discussing all of these four modes, right? There are transistor can be operated in four modes, as you know: active mode, saturation mode, cutoff mode, and the last mode is reverse active mode. So when we are talking about the saturation mode, this inside the saturation mode, the transistor, both the junction of the transistor will be forward bias. So this is very easy question, and these questions are from the notes where we studied these things. These are the very basic questions from the analog electronics, or you can say the ADC, right? Okay. The next question is that the BZT. See, some question has tricky questions, right? BZT act as amplifier in which region? So when we start studying about the amplifiers, BZT as an amplifier, we are discussing that thing that if you want to use your transistor as an amplifier, you should use that one in active region, forward active region, not reverse active region. So whenever you are using transistor as an amplifier, you should use the transistor in active region. When you are using the transistor in a saturation region, then it will be work as a on switch, right? Remember that thing. In saturation region, transistor will be work as a on switch. In cutoff region, transistor will be work as a off switch. And in active region, the active region, transistor will work like a amplifier. So what will be the answer? I'm getting these three options from the student. The first option is saturation. That is not correct. In saturation region, transistor can be operated as a on switch, right? The B option is cutoff, and the C option is active. So whenever we are using transistor as an amplifier, then we should use the transistor in active region. So what will be the answer? The transistor can be used in active region, right? One more question. That is, in which region transistor act as a active switch? Transistor act as a active switch. Active switch or active switch on, right? On is also there. It means whenever your transistor act as a switch, first thing you come into your mind, that is transistor will be operated in only two modes, that is cutoff mode and saturation mode. In cutoff mode, it will be work like a off switch, and in saturation region it will be work like a on switch, right? So what will be the answer for this one? See, first I'm writing the option, that is cutoff. So inside the cutoff region it will be work like a off switch, right? Not on switch, right? Second option is that saturation region, active region. So what will be the answer? Answer will be B, right? Whenever we are talking about the on switch, we are talking about that it will be work in a saturation region whenever you have a on switch. See, basically, if you have the questions, right, please share that question with me, right? I will discuss that question here from the students. Which question I'm getting, I'm going to discuss here, right? Okay. The next question is that see, there are 6 to 7 questions which are coming from the basic of semiconductor materials, or you can say the EDC, right? The next question is a team is selecting a team is selecting a material for an electronic circuit. The resistivity is 50 ohm centimeter. So he should choose between the options. The option is dielectric material. Option B is semiconductor. Option C is insulator. And option D is conductor. He is having four options to choose that one. So basically, as we start the EDC, in the starting we are discussing about the resistivity, because inside the electronics device and circuits we divide the material on the basis of their resistivity. On the basis of resistivity, we divide the material in three parts: semiconductor, insulator, and conductors. So conductors has very less resistivity, right? That is in 10 raised to power minus 7, like that. And insulator has very high resistivity. And the semiconductor are those material whose conductivity is lying between insulator and conductor. So if I come to the range of their conductivity, that will be 10 raised to power minus 5 to 10 raised to power 6. That is in ohm centimeter. That is the conductivity, sorry, resistivity, not conductivity, resistivity of the semiconductor material. So basically, if, oh sorry, this is in meter, not centimeter. So when you convert this into centimeter, that is become 10 raised to power minus 7 to 10 raised to power 4. So basically that is from 50 ohm. The 50 ohm will lie in this range. So he should choose the material that is semiconductor material, right? So basically these are the questions from EDC. Next question which I am getting from the student, that is the pointing vector. Directly he asked the definition of pointing vector, right? How your pointing vector is defined. So pointing vector, what is the definition he gives? The rate of energy per unit area. Rate of energy per unit area and direction of electric field and magnetic field perpendicular to each other. See, basically, I think some information is missing inside this definition. If I'm talking about this one, it should be the rate of energy per unit area is correct, and the direction of propagation is perpendicular to the direction of electric field and magnetic field. So it means direction of propagation, electric field and magnetic field all are perpendicular to each other. Until now, I can say this is true, but some information is missing, that one. What is the correct wording, we don't know, but what is the information I'm getting from the student, this one. If you know the options, you can share that with me. I'm again repeating the things, this one, that if you have the options and if you have the question, you can share that one too with me, right? Yes. One more question, that is from 555 timer. Wait. Yeah, that is from 555 timer. It is also a very good question. It is also very good question. That is 555 timer without triggering pulse can generate a square wave, the first option is given to you in astable, multivibrator, monostable, multivibrator, and third one is buffer, I think. So I'm not getting the fourth option. What was that? So basically, when we are talking about, we already discussed this triple five timer in the class in very detail, right? The triple type five timer without the triggering pulse can generate a square wave. Without the triggering pulse, if it is generating a square wave, then we can say this is working in astable multivibrating mode. So we already discussed these things in our class. So basically, from till now, which question we discussed here, we are coming to that conclusion that these are the questions mostly coming from which we studied in the classes. One more thing, one more thing about this one is that all the questions are theoretical, right? I think I didn't get any numerical questions from any student. Most of the theoretical are conceptual questions, right? If you know the concept, you can directly give the answer for these questions like this, right? Okay. Yeah, next question is from the EMFT, that is, which mode is used in coaxial cable? The options is TE. TE means transverse electric mode. Second option is TM mode, transverse magnetic mode. Third option is TEM mode. And the fourth option is hybrid mode. So whenever we are talking about the coaxial cable or EM wave, right? Whenever we are talking about the coaxial cable or EM waves, or you can say the the EM wave propagation, right? So basically these all are working in TEM mode, because whenever we are talking about this coaxial cable have two things. One is current, another one is voltage. So basically from the on the coaxial cable, the energy will flow in the form of voltage and current. So voltage and current is always perpendicular to direction of propagation of the energy, that they are taking the variation perpendicular to that one, right? And so that's why we are saying that the coaxial cable is also working in TEM mode, right? Like in EM wave is electromagnetic wave. Whenever an electromagnetic wave is traveling through the free space, the electric field, magnetic field, and direction of propagation, both all of these three quantity are perpendicular to each other. So that's why that is called as TEM mode. So basically, when we are talking about the coaxial cable, right, in the inside the coaxial cable also the wave are propagating in TEM mode, right? Yeah. One more question which I got from the student, that is HN is the impulse response. Okay. HN is impulse response. H of e raised to the power j omega is frequency response. Then I think from the student it should be h of t there, not h of n. If you are remember this question, can you can send me that in chat. I think it is h of t. H of t has an impulse response, that is h impulse response, and h of e raised to the power j omega is the frequency response. He is talking about what is the relation between these two. See, basically if it is h of t and this is h of e raised to the power j omega, it means that is having a Fourier transform relationship. It means h of t is, if you take the Fourier transform of h of t, then you will get h of e raised to the power j omega. If you have h of n, Then if you take the DTFT, discrete time Fourier transform, then it is become h of e raised to the power j omega. So it will depend on that thing, that is it is h of t or h of n, right? And if we're talking about the inverse form, that is h of e raised to the power j omega, you know, then you can take inverse Fourier transform, then you will got h of t, right? If you have h of e raised to the power j omega, if it is a discrete time, then you have to take inverse DTFT, then you will got h of n. I think it will depend on this situation. I don't know what is the exact question, but I got the options, that is option A, h of n is IDTFT of h of e raised to the power j omega, right? I think it's h of n, not t here, h of n, right? Option B is at omega equals to 0, it will be Fourier transform. No, that's not correct. And option C, h of t is DTFT of h of e raised to the power j omega. So basically, according to this information, I think the correct answer is A. H of n is inverse discrete time Fourier transform of h of e raised to the power j omega. So from this information, we are understanding that this is h of n and its Fourier transform or the discrete time Fourier transform is h of e raised to the power j omega. So what we can say, the h of n is inverse DTFT of h of e raised to the power j omega. One more question from signal system which I got from the student, that is, if h of t is the impulse response and input is unit step, then output will be, the option is convolution of 2, option B addition of 2, option C subtraction of 2. I'm having these three options which I got from the student. So if you have this question, you can check and correct me if anywhere I'm wrong, right? Anyone who remember this question, right? So basically, whenever you have an impulse response h of t, right? Impulse response h of t, input we give u of t, and we are calculating the output yt, right? So basically, the output for any LTI system is always the convolution of impulse response with the ut. So basically, what will be the answer for this one? The answer will be A, that convolution of two signals. So mostly we are getting the questions from the students that are, I think, very easy, but we are not getting the complete questions. We can't predict that. What about the other questions, right? Okay. Yeah, one more question that is from communication, that is modulation index for narrowband FM. So I don't have the option for this question, but the answer for this question should be what? Because we are dealing with narrowband FM, the modulation index beta should be less than 1. When we are talking about the wideband FM, the modulation index should be greater than 1. So when we discussing about the communication system, we already discussed this thing, that this is for narrowband FM, and this is for wideband FM, right? So I think in the option they will give you the option which is less than 1, you have to choose that option here, right? Okay, next question. Yeah. That is from digital electronics. If you have A, B plus C, that is equals to AB plus AC. Which of the following in digital, that is associative law, which law it is following? The options are associative, second option distributive, C option idempotent, and commutative. That is a distributed law because we distribute the A with other two variables. So what will be the answer? Distributed law. Yes, please, if you have the question, then please share in the chat box, right? That will be distributed law for this one. I think one more question which I am getting from the student, that is, if I'm correct, I don't know this is the correct question. That is, what is the integration of PSD? So whenever you are integration of PSD means power spectral density. Whenever you are integrating the power spectral density, that will give you the power of that signal. So basically the integration of PSD will give you the power of that signal. Right? So basically I don't have the option for this question. I only uh, receive this question, that what is the integration of the power spectral density, that will be give you the power of that signal, right? One more question that is from digital electronics. One more question that is from digital electronics. Yes, let's discuss it here. While converting gray to binary, what operation is performed on MSB? Which type of operation is performed on MSB? See, basically, whenever we are converting from gray code to binary code, we are putting the MSB same. We are not changing the MSB. MSB is directly connected to the output, right? This is gray code, this is binary. MSB directly connected to the input. So what will be the answer? I think one of the option is remain same. So the MSB will remain same whenever you converting from gray code to the binary. Right, one more question that is from the total current density is equals to. See, whenever we are talking about total current density, so J total is equals to J drift plus J diffusion. So your total current density is equals to what? J drift plus J diffusion inside your semiconductor. So what are the options? Let me write the option which I am getting from the students. Diffusion plus drift. The second option, diffusion minus drift. Third option, diffusion plus drift by 2. And the D option, diffusion minus drift divided by 2. So whenever we are talking about the total current density, that will be the sum of diffusion current density plus drift current density. So what will be the option? The option will be A here, right? Check it. Okay, one more question I'm getting from the student, that is, right. The question is, which Intel microcontroller interface a keyboard with the 8085 microprocessor? The option is 8279, 8648. I don't know the correct options, right? Which I'm getting from the student. I'm writing that options here. The sixth option is 8255 and D option is 8086, something like that. So whenever you are interfacing a keyboard, with 8085, so we are requiring a microcontroller that is 8255, right? 8255. Okay. One more question that is from analog electronics. Let us discuss that one. So the H parameter voltage gain is influenced by H parameter voltage gain is influenced by the option A is all H parameter, option B is H21 and H22, option C is H21 and resistor, and option D is H12 and H21. See, basically when we are talking about the H parameter, the gain is basically the voltage gain is minus H21 times RL. So what we can do that, we can draw a H parameter equivalent of that one, and we are trying to find its voltage gain, that will be minus H21 RL. So it will depend on two things, only the parameter H21 and other thing is resistor. So what will be the answer for this question? The answer for this question is H21 and resistor. So this will be the value, or this will be the option in which the S21 and the resistor is given to you. So what will be the answer? Answer will be C here. So if you have any other question, you can send that to me, right? ये तो दो चार हो गए कोई। Next is if LTI system is delayed by, I'm not know that this is the correct question, but there may be some changes. If a LTI system is delayed by T naught, then what will be the output of LTI system? Okay, what will be output of LTI system? So basically, when we are talking about the LTI of a, see, first let us take, you have ST here, XT here. Currently, what is the output of that system? That will be XT convolution with H of t. So if I delay this impulse response, if I delay this system, what will be the change in output? So when we delay this one, let us take it is become ht minus ht naught. So then the new output y1t, that is xt convolution with h of t minus t naught, and this will become y of t minus t naught. So the output will also delay with the same t naught, right? So what will be the option? I think the first option is unchanged, second option is delayed by T naught. So what will be the answer? Delayed by T naught, right? Yeah. One more question I'm getting from the student, that is that is which type of antenna used in satellite communication? Which type of antenna is used in satellite communication? So basically these questions you can give the answer from your general knowledge. When you see the some space vehicle launches, you can see there are several antenna which are using there, right? That will be parabolic antenna. So basically what was the question? Which type of antenna used in satellite communication? First is monopole, it cannot be used for satellite communication. We need a highly directive antenna for satellite communication. Dipole antenna, that is also not cannot be used. Option C is loop antenna, this cannot be used. And the last option is parabolic antenna. So basically when we are talking about the satellite communication, in satellite communication, to communicate with the satellite, we are required a highly directive antenna, that is a parabolic antenna, right? Yes, Shivam Kumar is saying the voltage gain of is uh, H12. He is asking about the H2 H parameter model. He is asking about the H parameter model. In H parameter model, that will be depend on that S21 parameter, right? One more question, that is from the radar. How the radar detects objects, right? How your radar will detect the objects. So basically he is asking of the basic principle of the radar, right? How a radar can detect a object. So basically what is the radar doing? Radar is sending a EM wave towards the object, and when that EM wave will reflect from that object, it will receive that one, and it can predict the distance between these two, between the radar and the object, and the speed of object on the basis of that one, right? After how much time it will receive back that signal. So basically how the radar detects the object. The question is how the radar detects the object. So the first option is transmit electromagnetic wave and detect reflection. That is the correct option, right? Because it is transmit EM wave and detect reflection. I'm having only one options which I'm getting from the student. So basically the radar will be based on that principle. It is sending the EM wave towards the object, and when it reaches the EM wave will reaches to the object reflect that EM wave, it will be come back from that object. The reflection will be detected by the radar. On the basis of that one, it can find out the distance between the object and the radar and speed of the object, that object is coming towards us or it is going far away from us, right? That is the information we can calculate it on the basis of this one. Yes, one more question, that amplifier with negative feedback with positive feedback gain overall. So whenever we compare the negative feedback with positive feedback, in negative feedback the gain will decrease. In positive feedback the gain will be increased. In negative feedback stability will increase, right? Like that. I think I'm not getting the complete question, but it is based on the negative feedback, right? The comparison of negative feedback with positive feedback. One more question is, I think from the super heterodyne receiver. I don't know that is it is correct or not, that in super heterodyne receiver which converts the input signal into intermediate frequency. So when you see the block diagram of super heterodyne receiver, you can see there is a mixture which is taking the input from the local oscillator and from the received signal. It will convert that input signal into the intermediate frequency. So that is mixer. So I think I'm getting these much questions from my side, right? If you have any question, you can send that to me. We will discuss that one. I'm getting one more question from the control system, that is from lag lead compensator. One question from lag lead compensator. Let me discuss that one. Right, from lag lead compensator, he says that poles at -1 upon BT1, something like that. Beta T1. I don't have the complete question, right, for this one. Yeah, that is different for the for this one. Let me discuss the concept of this question. That will be right. If I draw this one is the Bode plot. So first we have the pole, then we have the zero, then we have a zero again, then here we have the pole. So accordingly we can check that where the pole, where the zero. Here is pole. If it is lag lead compensator, lag lead, right? So pole, zero, then zero, then pole, right? So accordingly, we have to check the options because I am not getting the correct options for this question, right? Okay, now Bharat sir will take their part, right? If you have any other question, you can send that to me. Okay, one more question. I think in the comment Neha sent that how will the light stay inside the optical fiber at the center? See, basically inside the optical fiber there will be total internal reflection, right? Inside the optical fiber, what is happening? There will be total internal reflection. Wave will reflect it like this, and it will go through the core in forward direction. That is a straightforward question, right? That is total internal reflection. That is depend on the total internal reflection between the core colliding interface. So that's it from my side right now. If I'm getting more question, I will be come to you later, right? Now Bharat sir will take their part, right? Over to you, Bharat sir.
Thank you, Dushan sir. Now we will start with our topic, that is basically aptitude. ठीक है, बहुत easy आया paper. So we will start with our question that were sent by our students. Okay. Just a minute. Just a minute. There is a screen नहीं आ पा रही. न्यू कर दो सर, ये 15 से ऊपर जा नहीं पाएगा. So okay, we will start. So जो क्वेश्चन आया बहुत ही इजी है. You can see that the question first we received, that is what is the value of 6 factorial. देखिए how simple is this question, very simple. Now what you have to do, Basically, what is the meaning of factorial? You have to just multiply 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. That is the meaning of factorial. Last digit. We have to go up to the last digit. If it will be 8 factorial, then what we have to do? 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So that is the meaning of basically factorial. So what we have to do here? We have to multiply 20, 30, then into 4, 120, then into 3, then into 2, and you will get that 720. That is the simple answer. Simple question. Very, very simple question, I would say. That is the answer is 720. Okay. So we are receiving more questions. So I get one more question here. That is very simple question again related to the number series. The topic is basically next our question is related to number series. So very important topic. So what is the question? The question is a question is given that 362, 364 dash 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 368 and next is 370. So he is saying that what would came here? यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? So what would be here? So very simple. As you know that what is different between these two? 2. And what is the difference here? 2. As we know, if we plus here 2, what we get? We get 366. And after plussing into that 2, we get 368. So we know that there is a difference of 2. So that answer will be, what will be the answer? The answer will be the 366. Very, very simple. इससे सिंपल और कुछ कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है. Next is again very simple, that is from the aptitude, a very basic question. Abhi I received the question, that is question is find the area of triangle with base is equal to 5 centimeter square and height is equal to 10 centimeter. So he was asking about what is the area of triangle. So what is the area of triangle? Formula is 1 by 2 base into height. That is the basic formula for the area of triangle. So what the answer came? What is the base here? Base is 5, height is 10. So what we get? We get 20. That is the simple question and answer is very, very simple. As you know that what we have to do, we have to that multiply and we know the formula. These are very basic formulas. Okay. He didn't give the question related to the semi-perimeter. We have a semi-perimeter formula for area of triangle also, but he give very simple question, that is area of triangle 1 by 2 base into height. Very simple formula. Next. I received other question, next question, that is related to the reasoning, and reasoning may I would like to share, that is the question is related to the blood relation. So first we discuss that what is the question. The topic is blood relation. Very important topic. And the question is, Kiran is the father of Ravi, comma, Kavya is brother of Ravi. How is Kavya related to Kiran? Very simple question. As you know that when we solve the blood relation question, we have to make diagram. Okay? And how to make diagram? Here we see that Kiran is the father of Ravi. So we place Kiran here and we take the box for Kiran, because for male we take box, for female we take circle. That is up to you. You can take box for female and circle for male. It is up to you. Kiran is father of Ravi. Now because Kiran is father of Ravi, so he is elder than Ravi, obvious सी बात है. So we take it on upside in the branch of family tree. ठीक है. So the Kiran is related to the first generation, second generation is Ravi. Okay. Now Kavya is the brother of Ravi. Kavya is the brother of Ravi. Kavya is also boy. I didn't know Ravi is boy or girl. Ravi may be the girl. So now Kavya is brother of Ravi. Now how is Kavya related to Kiran? Now how is Kavya related to Kiran? So Kavya is son of Kiran. Because if they are brother, sister or brother, brother, their father will be the same. So Kiran is father of Kavya, or we can say the answer is Kavya is son of Kiran. Clear? So that will be our answer. Very simple question. Very, very simple. So next our question is related to ages. Question is related to the ages. Very important topic for the aptitude. What the question is, he is saying that if the sum of sum of the ages of three friends is 188. If the sum of the ages of three friends is 188, then he is saying that then 10 years ago their sum of ages is, what will be the sum of their ages of before 10 years? Now first of all understand the question. A, B, C. These are the three friends. The sum of these three friend ages is 188. Okay. Now he is saying that 10 year ago, so we have to subtract 10 for this, 10 for this, 10 for this. So 10 year ago, what the age we have to subtract 30 from both of the ages. So 10 year ago. So what age we have? 158. That will be the answer. Because 10 year ago, 10, 10, 10 age will be subtracted from the total age. Okay? So that we can get overall age. So we have to subtract it from 188. So that is the simple answer. So its answer will be 158. So I get the new question right now. Mirror image. The question is related to the mirror image. So the question is mirror image. Topic is mirror image. Mirror image is very important for every exam. He is saying that find the mirror image of ostrich. So what you have to do for the mirror image? Mirror image में क्या होता है? Just slide this that way. ठीक है? So you get the mirror image. Here you in front foot you get that H. Here you get that C. Like that. Okay. Then you get the I. Then you get the R. Okay. Then you get the T. Then you get the S. Basically S you get that this type, and O is basically this. So this will be your answer. So what you have to do in mirror image, just rotate in how to rotate, just pult dena. We have to rotate in this way. Okay. But when there he is asking about the water image में you have to put this type. Okay. But in mirror image you have to put this type. Okay. So that will be the answer basically. Very simple question. Very, very simple. Now we are taking other questions also. The question is very important. एक क्वेश्चन और आया मेरे पास. that is the sum of 3 terms is 126 and ratio is 1:2:3. The sum of last 2 term is 105. Then what will be first term? Then he's saying that tell me the first term. So in the case of ratio, when there is always in every question, when there is given ratio, then what you have to do? You have to do that ratio break into the x form. Means x plus 2x plus 3x is equal to how much? 126. Yahi se you can solve the question. What you get? You get 3x plus 3x is equal to 126. 6x is equal to 126. X is equal to 126 by 6. And you get 21. So if we get x is equal to 21, so that is the first number, enough. First term. Let's check the other terms also. Sum of second and third term will be, what will be the 105? Let us check it. 2 into 21 plus 3 into 21. What you get? 4, 42, and you get the 105. Again, you get the answer 105. So that is our first term will be what? That is 21. Clear? Now we are getting one more question here. That is related to the sitting arrangement. Very important question. That is related to the sitting arrangement. Topic is sitting arrangement. Students are sending the questions. Question is basically 5 people are sitting facing north. They are facing the north. A is immediate left of C and immediate right of B. D is immediate left of B. E is extreme right and between D and C 2 persons are there. So that is the question, and he is saying find who is in the middle. Find the person sitting in the middle. Okay. So now what you have to do, you have to do first of all, they are sitting facing north. How many persons are there? We have to see 5 persons. Their face is towards north. Now A is immediate left of C. A is immediate left of C. Let we see that we taking C here. A is immediate left of C. So C face is here, so we can take A here. And immediate right of B. But we can't take A here now because A is immediate right of B. Okay? So A is immediate left of whose? A is immediate left of C. We take C here. And A is immediate right of B. So we can make this also. D is immediate left of B. D is immediate left of B. That is the question. And E is at extreme end right. So we can place E here. And between D and C, two persons are sitting. Two persons are sitting. Find the who is sitting in the middle. So in middle you see that A is sitting in the middle. Clear? So very simple question. So basically A is sitting in the middle. Next question is related to the direction. I got a new question that is related to the direction. Sense test. The question is that man moves 8 kilometer towards west, then turn 90-degree anti-clockwise. Now he was in which direction? So what he is saying that tell me that currently he was in which direction when he take 90-degree anti-clockwise. So first of all we have to remember that we have these 8 directions, sorry. Okay, and the man moves 8 kilometer towards west. We know that is the west, that is east, that is north, and that is south. So he is moving here, that is west, 8 kilometer west. Okay, now from here he take 90-degree anti-clockwise. If it was clockwise then he take here, but it is anti-clockwise, then he take the turn here, anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise 0-degree will be here and 45-degree will be here and 90-degree will be here. Oh sorry, 0-degree is this, 45-degree is this, and 90-degree is this one. Okay. So the person came into the which direction? South direction. So the answer will be the south. Your answer will be the south. Clear? Now I'm getting more questions. Just wait a minute. Okay. Okay. I got one more question related to the basically the topic is I see here that is basically dice topic. Topic is diced. So let's see what was the question. Okay, very simple question, that is dice. Question is related to the dice. A dice, open dice was given. That is called the open dice. This, and this and this. This was the open dice. 1 here, 2 here, 4 here, 6 here, and 5 here, and 3 here. So in this question, what was the question? What is opposite of 5? That is the question. Now in these type of open dice question, what you have to do? You have to do nothing. Bas, what you have to do? Just sequence follow करना है. Opposite of 1 will be 4, and opposite of 2 will be 6. 2 will be 6. So opposite of 5 will be 3. So our answer will be 3. 3 will be the answer. Very simple question that is. ठीक है? So हमारा question का answer क्या हो जाएगा? 3. So one more question we get here, that is question is little bit not clear, but I guess the question is that we will write here. Question is basically given as this one, T and U, then this meaning is T and this meaning is W. Similarly is X is U, that is V, basically V. Okay. Then he's saying, tell me about this. So as we see the pattern, so here is T also, the X also, that answer is X here. And you see that UVW means U plus 2. So V plus 2. VWX. So we get here also X. So XX will be the answer according to me. Question may be changed little bit. Okay. It is basically we are doing some question related to the memory base of the students. Okay. Okay. We getting more question. I'm getting the questions. We can't get that clearly, but basically the question is related to the coin probability. Okay. Probability question is also there related to the coin toss. Okay. So these are the question coming. And the next question is, okay. So these are the overall question. अभी हमारे पास और भी questions आ रहे हैं. So stay with us. So these are the question basically coming from the today's exam. More question had to come. We will reach you out there when the question will came. Okay, and now sir will came, Dr. Vijayender sir will came and tell me more about the exam.
Okay, so friends, I think some 100 questions of Bharat Electronics Limited electronics branch, some 100 questions have already been solved by the mentors along with the solution. Very soon you are going to get the PDF of that. But I think questions are far more than that, so they are getting typed. It is my genuine request to all of you to share your question in the WhatsApp group so that detailed PDF of all the questions, that is what we want to make by 5 p.m. We want to give you detailed PDF with all the questions and the solutions. So that will be available to you with all clarity. But for that, obviously you have to send questions. So keep sending the questions even if you don't remember the solution, but send the question so that answer, obviously answer mentors will make. क्वेश्चन भेज दो, आपको आंसर याद रहेगा. क्वेश्चन आपने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में डाल दो. हमारे पास 100 क्वेश्चंस का बन चुका है. 100+ questions with answers have come, but we want all the questions. So friends, please providing. Okay, so that's what I think. Some questions or more are required. So my team has already made a PDF. बहुत simple questions हैं. The response of electronic mentor दुष्यंत sir is questions were pretty simple. Theoretical questions थे, simple questions थे, जो आपने किए थे उन्हीं में से questions थे. और दूसरा जो भरत सर का इंटरप्रिटेशन है, मेंटर ऑफ एप्टीट्यूड, एज पर भरत सर the level of questions were very simple. If they're asking you 6 factorial, you understand the kind of question level it was. And I tell you friends, compared to previous BEL paper, the difficulty level was the same. As per our understanding, so far on the basis of the 100+ question, the mentors are of the opinion कि क्वेश्चन का जो लेवल था वो सेम था. एंड दैट शोज कि अगर आप एफर्ट करेंगे, अगर आप मेहनत करेंगे, then you can crack the exams. And these number of seats are huge, like 200 seat in Bharat Electronics Limited. Very soon we are going to tell you about the cutoffs and everything. Cutoff and everything will be quite obvious clear by the evening. So we want to release the PDF of this entire paper along with the solution by 5 p.m. As I told you, we are going to release PDF of entire BEL paper along with solution by 5 p.m. That is a target we have kept, but I need your help in providing the questions. So even if solution, even if the answer choices you don't remember, friends, share the question meticulously. First draft will be shared with you in your group by 5:30, 3:30. By 3:30 to 4 p.m. we are going to share the first draft of PDF. After that, obviously you will correct it, you will send some more things to us and you will correct it, and the final draft we want to share with you by 5 p.m. by the time mechanical engineering paper we will start. So हम चाहते हैं कि 5 बजे तक आपके पास जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का पेपर हुआ है उसका डिटेल, all questions with solution with answer is provided to you by 5 p.m. and from there you'll get an idea how much you have performed and what score can be. So cutoff also by the evening, cutoff kitna rehne wala hai, that also we are going to tell you. Previous year's paper of BEL, this year paper of BEL, the degree of difficulty level analysis, that everything will be done. And let me request all of you now that what we need is we have some 100+ question which Dushyant sir and Bharat sir has discussed with you. Before that, Chandra sir also discussed with you. These mentors have discussed 100+ question with you. And as you know, YourPedia is first time, going to provide the detailed answer solution of the CBT conducted by BEL by 5 p.m. So your paper was over by I think 11:30 or something. So within couple of hours we can very meticulously provide the solution and answer to the CBT, and you can make the assessment. And another thing, we will also give the detailed solution, and we'll also ask what majority of the students have done. On the basis of that, you can always very safely we can say where the cutoff will hit this year, कहाँ पे कट ऑफ जाएगी और आपका बेल क्लियर होगा, आपको इंटरव्यू का कॉल आएगा या नहीं आएगा, दैट कैन बी डन. बट माय जेन्युइन रिक्वेस्ट फ्रेंड्स, प्लीज सेंड अदर क्वेश्चंस. सो फार we have got 100+ question, more questions are required. And many students are of the opinion, and also teachers are of the opinion, that इस बार जो पेपर था BEL का, that was quite simple, hardly any numerical. जैसे आपने देखा होगा, दुष्यंत सर was explaining, चंद्रा सर was explaining, कोई भी difficult question नहीं था, all very simple questions were asked, simple question थे, and उनका जो solution था वो भी बड़ा simple था. Non technical paper also was very simple, and I'm very sure same thing is going to be there in mechanical engineering also. So YourPedia is going to provide you detailed solution for electronics and communication by 5 p.m. and for that we need the 100 questions we already have. The solution of 100 questions are going to be shared with you by 3:30 p.m. and then you can check that, you can see what other answers, what whether that question and the answers are correctly provided, or is there any change required in that. You can keep on checking that. So my team will start sharing with you the draft PDFs. I think पहला draft आपको 3:30 तक मिल जाएगा. First draft containing questions will be provided to you in your WhatsApp group by 3:30. And if you want that draft should take a shape, really good shape of all the questions, provide the questions and their answers, friends. If you provide that fast, then obviously that entire activity can be done. So let me again share with all of you that BEL Bharat Electronics Limited जो mentors ने the analysis किया है questions का, paper was quite simple, and last year का जैसे paper था BEL का वैसा ही paper है इस बार भी. It is not difficult, questions were pretty simple from all the domains. Questions were asked and they were pretty simple. Quantitative aptitude, reasoning aptitude, English वाला section was very very simple. भरत सर ने अभी अभी थोड़ी देर पहले उसका analysis किया है, and that analysis says that questions were pretty simple. Now if you people, if you want that you should know what will be the cutoff of this paper, और आपने कैसा परफॉर्म किया है, उसका पहला स्टेज है, उसकी पहली स्टेप है that all the questions and their accurate answer be provided to you. So all questions and answers be provided to you. The moment question and answers are provided to you, first PDF draft is out. After that, obviously you will be in position to compare whether you have done good or not. So let me request all of you to please share the questions which you remember, because memory will remain active. Your questions and your memory will be there for only 1 or 2 hours after exam. After that the memory will fade away and you may not remember it. So please share the questions so that the mentors of YourPedia and the AI team of YourPedia provides you the draft solution. And as I told you, first draft will be provided to you by 3:30 and the final draft of electronics paper will be provided to you by 5 p.m. So this is first time it is happening that team YourPedia is coming out with the solution of any CBT, and the same thing we will do for upcoming exams like ISRO exam, Electronic Corporation of India Limited, and we can decode what kind of paper will be asked. Now we know that BEL, exactly the team of YourPedia could predict that questions are going to come on this line, and those of you who have done questions in previous couple of days, they will understand that yes, the similar questions were asked in BEL. Now the same analysis will be done for ISRO, Electronic Corporation of India Limited, and you can make sure that yes, the similar question will be asked and you can get really good score in that. So now students have started sending. I'm really thankful to you. You are sending the questions. Friends, send the question. Even if you don't remember, send the questions. Send questions, because we have got 100 plus. Even if answer choices you don't remember, but questions you remember, let me request each one of you to send the questions so that I show you the first draft of the solution along with questions. 100 plus questions we have got it, and very soon I am going to release the PDF for BEL electronics paper. So by 5 p.m. all the questions The answers in detail, answers will be provided to you, and by the evening, by the night, will be clear that what score you are hitting, you remember right now, and what can be the cutoff. That entire detail analysis your PDA is going to do. After 5 p.m. mechanical engineering we will start. We'll do that same analysis for mechanical engineering after 5 p.m. and then you can be sure that okay, this is the analysis which you are getting for mechanical engineering. So friends, this is the first time your PDA team is engaged into something which has never happened earlier, that detailed solution and answers have been given there. So hardly any numerical, all theory questions were there. And as I told you that data analytics or data science is something which is very effective. You know that when ISRO released its number of seats through GATE exam, I think approximately 60 seats were released by ISRO. That time we told you that ISRO is going to come with 300 plus seats this year, and it is going to conduct its own exam. Now 2023 there was exam of ISRO. Mentors have already done their detailed analysis of ISRO. And let me tell you something, for electronic students, if you are targeting, you really want to get into good jobs like ISRO and Electronic Corporation of India Limited, you have 150 vacancies in these two, 150. And I strongly believe that number of serious students aspiring for these jobs is very less now, because very less students have taken admission in the courses like electronics. So ISRO has already released number of vacancies, and similarly Electronic Corporation of India Limited has released number of vacancies. Some more vacancies may pop up. So that simply means approximately 150 seats you have in electronics and communication. Now if you simulate what was the paper of ISRO in 2023, exact, obviously paper will not be repeated, but the pattern will be repeated by ISRO, similar to BEL. नो BEL का अगर आपने पुराना पेपर देखा होगा, जो पुराना हम लोगों ने जिसके बेस पे प्रेपरेशन किया था, you understand that BEL also conducted a similar paper. Now we can be sure that ISRO is also going to conduct similar kind of paper, and YourPedia has already done the detailed analysis of various topics of ISRO जहां से पेपर आएगा. एंड आई थिंक व्हाट यू शुड डू इज, आज बेल का पेपर हुआ है आपका, एनालिसिस करते हैं और कट ऑफ डिसाइड करते हैं कि व्हाट इज द कट ऑफ भारत इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स लिमिटेड. कैसा पेपर था, पिछला पेपर कैसा था और कैसा एनालिसिस था इसका. तो BEL का एनालिसिस विल बी done by today in the evening. After that you will get to know little bit that okay, I'll get it or not. And from tomorrow, that is 1st June, I also want to tell you friends, 1st June, that is tomorrow, we have all India test for ISRO. So that is all India pre-preparation aptitude test, we call it PPAT. That is 1st June 11 o'clock. And the paper which you are going to get in that will be exact replica of your ISRO 2023 paper. And this is 2023 paper was pen and paper type paper, that means it was not CBT. And 2025 also exam which may be conducted in December, it is not going to be CBT. So that also is pen and paper type paper only, it will not be CBT. pen and paper type ही question रहेगा, CBT नहीं होगा. And you should start your preparation of ISRO with PPAT. So this PPAT is nothing but where do you stand, और उसका सारा detail analysis आएगा, because the paper is set in such a way from where ISRO asks you more question. Now tomorrow when you go for your exam at 11 o'clock, you will get to know where you need to improve. Then for ISRO friends, you have 100 plus seats in ISRO, and then there's a 50% weightage for written and 50% weightage for interview. Those of you who will prepare for ISRO next couple of months surely will get interview call. And then as you know, YourPedia will mentor you simultaneously for the interview also. So you can expect actually selection in ISRO if you start preparing meticulously. So lot of opportunities for you friends. It is after many years that 200 seats of BEL for electronics and 100 plus seats in ISRO and 30-40 seats now in Electronics Corporation of India Limited. So that means there are quite good chunk of seats. And also nowadays, thanks to this emerging technologies which is empowering the mentors, empowering the teachers to come out with actually that kind of questions which can be asked in the exam. And I'm happy when my mentors were telling me that जैसा बेल में predict किया था the kind of questions which were predicted as per Dushyant sir and Bharat sir, similar questions were asked in ISRO this BEL exam. Now what we are doing presently is by 5 p.m. We will be doing detailed analysis. We will be having all the questions and the solution of BEL. As of now, my mentors, when I'm standing here, 100 plus, 120 plus questions, 10-20 questions when I'm speaking here. The questions have been collected by the mentors. And now we are going to type those questions. We are going to provide the first PDF. We are going to roll out the first PDF for BEL, and you can do the analysis of your performance. Where do you stand? How much you will get it? What will be the cutoff of BEL this year? But as per our understanding, the mentors when we were discussing, इस बार पेपर बहुत ही आसान था. पेपर का डिफिकल्टी लेवल वाज नॉट वेरी हाई, इट वाज सिंपल. दैट सिंपली मीन्स जो पिछले साल का आपका कट ऑफ था इस बार भी कट ऑफ वैसा ही रहेगा. इट विल नॉट बी वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट, इट इज गोइंग टू बी सेम. सो कट ऑफ आपका नीचे जा सकता है, ऊपर नहीं जाएगा. इट इज गोइंग टू बी सेम बिकॉज number of candidates who appeared this year or who must have written this exam seriously is quite low. So let me again tell you friends, we have approximately 120 plus question and the solution is ready with PDF. The first draft of PDF will be released to you by 3:30. Please share the questions. I request all of you, please share the questions. Only question whatever you remember, type it. You have WhatsApp groups here. There are so many of you who are in the WhatsApp groups, and by now many of you must have reached some place. So जो भी question तुम्हें याद है, whatever question you remember, please share in the WhatsApp group. My entire team is working on that. My team of mentors equipped with this AI team, they are working on finding the detailed solution, finding out what can be the question. अगर आपको आधा क्वेश्चन ही याद है, पूरा क्वेश्चन याद नहीं है, even then you provide. Let's say if you remember series 4, 5, 7 पे पता नहीं क्या दिया था, 10 दिया था, 19 दिया था. Even if you provide the partial question, now thanks to AI tools and all, we can reach some particular question and we can share it with you. So friends, I request all of you to share your questions here and share with all the mentors so that detailed solution could be made and it could be shared with you. So we want to provide you detailed answer of this entire CBT. That is first time we are trying to do that, and it will be very successful if you participate. So if you remember the question, please provide the question. Please share that question in the WhatsApp groups. I'm very sure you people are going to provide us that. To provide your questions by 3:30, we are going to provide that detailed answer to the students. Okay, so let me also again share this for all of you friends, and I'm very sure you people are providing. Okay, so I think a lot of students have started providing these questions. So sudden increase in number from your side for these questions. I request all of you to start providing now. In case some question अगर आपको पूरा याद नहीं है, even if you don't remember entire question, I think you can provide only partial, because even partial question will be helpful for us to predict. Yes, so students have started now doing it. It's good, like you people are sharing. Don't you worry, अगर आपका 50% या आपका इनकम्प्लीट या partially complete अगर क्वेश्चन भी है, you provide that also, because then detailed PDF can be made on the basis of that. Even if you partial question you are sharing, yeah, so that will be provided, friends. Don't you worry about that. Provide the partial question so that we provide you the detailed solution. And one thing you must have observed is like previous years का जो papers हैं वो बहुत बड़ा reference होता है exam को तैयारी करने के लिए. That is what teachers have started doing now. The teachers are basically providing you that content on the basis of which you can streamline your preparation as per the previous year's question. So syllabus is not at all important nowadays. It is the previous year's paper and questions which really help you for this. So a lot of students have started giving now. Please provide your questions so that we are in position to provide you the detailed solution by 5 p.m. So as I told you, friends, from 3:30 to 4 o'clock, between 3:30 to 4 o'clock, we will be providing you first draft PDF of the solution. So YourPedia is doing this first time when we are providing you the detailed PDF of the paper which you have just written. I think by 11:30, 12 o'clock you wrote this paper, and next couple of hours mein my entire team of mentors along with AI team is going to release the PDF of this paper along with the solution. So please cooperate. Whatever you remember, 2-3 घंटे के बाद आपको क्वेश्चन भूल जाएंगे. So whatever you remember, please share so that we provide you entire paper along with detailed solution. तो जितने आप क्वेश्चंस प्रोवाइड करेंगे फ्रेंड्स, that is going to help us. Yes, so suddenly students have started providing the inputs. So students are suddenly providing the inputs, friends. Friends, provides your inputs, provides your question. My team is going to release the first PDF of this solution for your first draft PDF of question and solution. Lot of inputs are coming. Okay, so I think students are appreciating YourPedia course. Friends, let me tell you now, obviously BEL analysis we are doing, लेकिन next is ISRO and Electronic Corporation of India Limited. ISRO का PPAT आपका कल है June 1st at 11 AM. Now what is PPAT? Let me tell you that. इसरो ने पहला रिटन जो एग्जाम हुआ था, द रिटन एग्जाम ऑफ इसरो वाज ऑन 2023, I think in the month of December 2023 was the exam of ISRO, and the number of vacancies were declared, I think, in the month of May only 2023. Similar kind of vacancies. As far as electronics is concerned, similar kind of vacancies were declared by ISRO in May 2023 and exam for that was conducted in December. Now, if you analyze that paper of 2023, there are some subjects which were focused and some subjects were more important from where questions were asked. On the similar line, on the similar pattern, YourPedia is going to conduct PPAT for all of you. All India PPAT means pre-preparation aptitude test or assessment test, whatever you call it. So all India pre-preparation assessment test will help you to know where you stand. We'll also tell you that 2023 May cutoff was this and you are this much away from cutoff. Emerging tools like AI, data analytics are revolutionizing every domain of human life, including education and testing. So, how could YourPedia in the first week predict that 300 seats are going to come in ISRO very soon? And if you see that video is there, we could predict that on the basis of data analytics. We showed you that previous years, if you see, you find a pattern. Same thing was there. And in BEL also, I kept on requesting you, please complete all these questions. Exam mein questions are going to come from there. Now, my mentors, when they are busy now in providing you detailed solution, that is PDF solution of BEL exam, as we told you, we are going to provide it by 5 p.m. So when they are busy there, they are telling, okay, this question was done, this question was done. तो वो सारे क्वेश्चंस अगर आप पिछला पैटर्न देखोगे बेल का तो आप आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते थे कि ऐसा पेपर आएगा. उसी तरीके से ISRO का पेपर, if you are going to write and if you are seriously preparing for that, because ISRO invites, I think, 5 times candidates for the interview or something, and 50% weightage is for written, 50% for interview. So if you want to make sure that you get into ISRO, then friends, this is my genuine request, you please prepare for, you appear for PPAT, that is All India Pre-Preparation Assessment Test, which is going to be there in the 1st June, that is tomorrow at 11 o'clock sharp. That will give you an idea where you stand, what was the cutoff, and you will get an idea for that. Next is Electronic Corporation of India Limited, 34 seats, no previous details as per this because exam was not conducted, but the body which conducts is going to conduct the exam of ECAL. That same body has conducted many other exams. As you know, GATE paper is conducted by IITs, ISRO paper is conducted by central, उनका जो एक recruitment board है, DRDO का paper is set by RAC when DRDO conducts its separate exam. So there is a body which conducts exam, HPCL exam, Airport Authority of India exam. So every exam is conducted by some particular body in the organization. Now that body has conducted the exam of similar more organizations. The body which is going to conduct exam of Electronic Corporation of India Limited, the same body has conducted exams of other exams also. Now on the basis of the paper, on the basis of the pattern of the paper, हमें pattern से भी idea लग जाता है, like mentors of YourPedia identified, mentors of YourPedia could decode that paper का difficulty level जो आएगा वो बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं आएगा और BEL में जो पेपर होगा कैसा होगा. We could decode that and I'm happy to stand here and tell you that वैसा ही पेपर था. आप में से बहुत से ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स थे जिनको we kept on saying that BEL का पेपर ऐसा आएगा, वो ट्रबल नहीं है, आप तैयारी करो और बेल का पेपर ऐसा ही आएगा आपका. So on the similar line I'm telling you, ISRO का पेपर इज वेरी वेल प्रेडिक्टेड पेपर. इस बार पेन एंड पेपर होगा, वेल प्रेडिक्टेड होगा. कैसा पेपर इसरो का आएगा वो आप कल देख सकते हैं जब YourPedia PPAT कंडक्ट करेगा. सो टुमारो यू कैन चेक व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पेपर यू आर गोइंग टू गेट इन ISRO. कल आपका इसरो का पेपर कैसा, आपका जो इस बार का इसरो का पेपर कैसा होगा ये आप कल देख सकते हैं। और आपका जो एनालिसिस किया जाएगा वो 2023 का जो पेपर हुआ है उसके साथ किया जाएगा, जहां से आपको आइडिया पता लगेगा कि आप कहां पे स्टैंड करते हैं। आपका शॉर्ट एनालिसिस भी उसमें किया जाएगा। सो डोंट मिस एग्जाम टुमारो, and then very soon we are going to conduct for ECAL, and today by 5 p.m. we are going to provide you the PDF solution of BEL. We are going to provide you that. So friends, now in case right, in case you have uh, seen the questions, right, so in case you have not shared any questions which were provided earlier, अगर आपने क्वेश्चंस शेयर नहीं किए हैं तो प्लीज शेयर दोस क्वेश्चंस हियर so that we provide you the PDF. The first draft of PDF is out. I think mentors have started providing that. Soon I'm going to share with you the first PDF of this. Okay, so let me share now friends with you the first draft which our team has made of the questions, and what kind of questions were asked and what is the answer for that. So that will be shared. I think first draft can be shared with you. Please keep sharing your questions. जो आपका बेल में आपको क्वेश्चंस का याद है, प्लीज कीप शेयरिंग दैट. Aptitude was very easy, no doubt about that. Even technical questions were quite easy. They were not difficult, friends. So even technical questions were pretty easy. Yes, it was quite basic level, as you people are saying. So I'm going to share with you the paper. I'm going to share with you friends this first draft of paper of BEL paper, and this is for BEL Electronics and Communication Engineering. Questions and solution. Please provide your questions. Provide your question friends so that we can provide you the detailed PDF. I request all the candidates to provide us the questions. Okay, so I think this one is the friends, our first draft. Let me share with you. Okay, so this one is the first draft paper of BEL. Let me request each one of you, please share the questions, because we can release this first draft PDF question and solution only if you provide us the questions. So this one, Bharat Electronics Limited, and I'm thankful to my team of YourPedia who have come out with this first draft. Answer: the exam was conducted in the morning, 31st May 2025, and our first draft is ready here with the solution. So if you have not provided the questions, please provide questions. We still lack some questions. We need to get some questions more. Let me share with you the questions and the answers. Please keep checking the question and the answer. So as per our understanding level, this was the level of question was easy. This was easy level of question. Okay, so answer for this is B, right? Second question, let me share with you. Transistor in saturation region has, as per mentor, easy. As per mentor, this one is also easy. Easy level, friends. Keep commenting if you find some question is not properly made, because your PDM we are going to release the final draft PDF with all of you by 5 p.m. of BEL paper. What will be the cutoff and everything, that will tell you. This YourPedia was the platform which mentors thousands of students for this exam. So we can understand what is the cutoff for this paper, kya cutoff rahega, that is what we are going to tell you. But keep sharing the questions. Easy question tha. This was easy level. Question number 2. Okay. As per mentors, easy level. As per mentors, easy. Please share more questions. If you want that exact analysis is done, exact cutoff is found by 5 p.m. 5 बजे तक पता लग जाए कट ऑफ कितनी है. Please share the questions as accurate as possible. Right? The explanation is also given. Why you think this question is there? Uska explanation is also given. Okay, friends, so let's go next now. Next question, question number 4. I think same hai. Okay, I don't know. So pretty easy paper, friends. तो बेल का पेपर आपका काफी आसान पेपर आया था. Aptitude was very very easy. Bharat sir again will do aptitude for you. It was a pretty easy paper for aptitude also. Please keep watching these questions. So friends, keep seeing these questions, and if you find that there's a scope of improvement, something is to be changed, some question is to be changed, if you find that, please tell us so that we provide you the updated solution or answer. So mentors of YourPedia are providing you the detailed answer for each and every question. तो बहुत जल्दी 5 बजे तक हम इसका सारा PDF solution रिलीज कर देंगे. So go for it. Please provide the questions. And keep checking whether this is correctly marked or not. So please read each and every question and see whether the answer is correctly marked or not. I think many questions have already been collected, but yes, okay, so soon you are going to get the first draft solution, friends, of from YourPedia. So please keep checking these questions whether they are correct or not. Very simple question. Mentors have provided you very very simple questions. So these just check the answers of these questions. keep checking the answers along with questions. So quite simple paper of BEL, friends. So there are still some questions of BEL which mentors of YourPedia they have not got the answer. Sorry, questions. So if you send questions, then answer will be provided to you, and by 5 p.m. we'll be in position to release the first draft. So once first draft comes, then we'll be in position to tell about the cutoff. Please keep checking the questions. Please check the question along with the solution, friends. If you find any kind of change, any kind of difference here, you can share with us. Okay, friends, so keep sharing your questions so that we provide you the detailed PDF by the end of the day. for entire BEL exam. So these were the questions which all of you memorized, you remembered, asked in BEL paper. Let's provide the detailed solution for this particular exam. Okay friends, so this is what is going on, analysis of BEL paper, Bharat Electronics Limited paper, analysis by YourPedia. And if you want to go for detailed analysis, please share your questions so that we share the answers with you. The final PDF we prepare and share with you. So keep sharing your questions, friends. Okay, so friends, now we have got some more questions here. So ये मैंने आपको पहले करवा दिए थे, देखते जाओ ये हमारा पीडीएफ. सो वी आर गोइंग टू रिलीज द पीडीएफ, डिटेल सॉल्यूशन का पीडीएफ आपका बेल का. क्वेश्चन देखो, सॉल्यूशन देखो, एंड इफ यू फाइंड एनी चेंज प्लीज सजेस्ट. कीप वॉचिंग दिस पीडीएफ्स. Right, this is question number 2. So I think out of 100 we have got some 60 के आसपास हमारे पास आ चुका है. Question number 3. Keep checking the solution, friends. यहाँ पे ये मेंटर्स ने ये भी लिखा हुआ है कि आसान है, इजी है, डिफिकल्ट है. सो डिफिकल्टी लेवल इज ऑल्सो गिवन हियर. Easy. So most of the questions are easy. Difficulty level is not very high. Moderate difficulty. H parameter voltage gain. Keep checking whether you've done it correctly. Easy level. Pointing vector or something. This is the first draft solution of CBT, friends. And as I told you, 5 साढ़े 5 बजे तक हम आपको नेक्स्ट ड्राफ्ट सोल्यूशन दे देंगे. फाइनल ड्राफ्ट सोल्यूशन विल बी अवेलेबल टू यू. अपने क्वेश्चन शेयर कर दें. इफ यू वांट दैट एंटायर पेपर इज प्रोवाइडेड टू यू, प्लीज शेयर द क्वेश्चन जो आपको याद है. इससे एग्जैक्ट कट ऑफ का पता लग जाएगा, कितनी कट ऑफ जाएगी. यू विल गेट टू नो अबाउट दैट. इजी लेवल. Moderate level. So keep seeing the question, friends. And as you know, YourPedia is giving the detailed solution of the CBT conducted on Bharat Electronics Limited. ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का पेपर है. तो mentors have solved this paper and this is the solution for that. पहला ड्राफ्ट CBT का. Easy? Most of the paper was easy, friends. Pretty easy paper, not difficult. अगर कोई क्वेश्चन इसमें नहीं है, अभी तक क्वेश्चन नहीं आया है, तो प्लीज शेयर दैट क्वेश्चन. Please share the question so that mentors solve that particular paper. Entire paper is provided to you. Detailed solution is provided to you. First time YourPedia is providing you the detailed solution of the CBT conducted. 4-5 दिन के बाद आता है इसका आंसर, बट पेपर response sheet and everything, but YourPedia is providing you today this on the basis of your memory and the questions. So majority of the questions were easy. Degree of difficulty, friends? तो ये आपके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में इसका पीडीएफ शेयर हो चुका है. आपको जो इसमें लग रहा है क्वेश्चन और ऐड होने हैं वो आप बता दीजिए. दिस ऑल एंटायर पीडीएफ इज शेयर्ड विद यू इन योर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप. प्लीज प्रोवाइड द क्वेश्चंस जो अभी तक नहीं है इसके अंदर, सो दैट पूरा पेपर आपके साथ शेयर किया जा सके. So easy difficulty level. So paper of BEL Electronics was quite easy. आप अपना क्वेश्चन और उनका सॉल्यूशन चेक कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे. You can check your questions and solutions. This is the hard difficulty level. Difficulty level is hard. Why? Answer is A. Hard degree of difficulty. Difficulty is hard. Why it is hard? Answer is, please check the answer. If you see the answer, you will get to know why it is hard, friends. अभी तक जो क्वेश्चन यहां प्रोवाइड नहीं हुए हैं उन क्वेश्चंस को प्रोवाइड करो. कुछ क्वेश्चन बचे हैं इससे पहले कि एंटायर पीडीएफ इज रिलीज टू यू. सीबीटी का सारा पीडीएफ डिटेल सॉल्यूशन विल बी रिलीज्ड. उसके कट ऑफ का एनालिसिस करेंगे फ्रेंड्स. एंड don't forget that tomorrow there is a PPAT by ISRO. I mean for ISRO exam, pre-preparation assessment test PPAT for ISRO 1 बजे दिन 11 बजे दिन को मॉर्निंग में 11 o'clock there is a PPAT. आपको इसी व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में वो पेपर मिलेगा. You can attempt that also. Easy. Question number 25. Moderate degree of difficulty. So friends, by 5:30 we are going to provide you the detailed solution of BEL electronics paper. Moderate degree of difficulty. Easy. Hard. Degree of difficulty. Degree of difficulty is hard. Easy. पहला ड्राफ्ट जो है सॉल्यूशन का, आपका बीईएल पेपर के सॉल्यूशन का पहला ड्राफ्ट वो आपके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में शेयर हो रहा है। आप में जो क्वेश्चन अभी तक नहीं दिए हैं फ्रेंड्स वो दे दीजिए, सो दैट पूरे का पूरा ड्राफ्ट आपके साथ शेयर कर दिया जाए। एंड आई एम रियली थैंकफुल टू माय मेंटर्स जो मॉर्निंग से आफ्टर पेपर जो आपको रेगुलरली आपके क्वेश्चंस को फ्रेम कर रहे हैं, आंसर फ्रेम कर रहे हैं और एक्यूरेट कर रहे हैं दोबारा उसको, और आपको पूरे का पूरा पेपर बाय द इवनिंग दे विल प्रोवाइड यू। सो सारे सीबीटी का पेपर का एनालिसिस डिटेल में आपको प्रोवाइड कर दिया जाएगा। अभी तक आई थिंक एग्जैक्ट आपको जो फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट मिला है उसमें 60 तक क्वेश्चंस का आपको एग्जैक्ट ड्राफ्ट मिल चुका है। इसमें कई क्वेश्चन ऐसे हैं जिनका अभी आपने नहीं दिए हैं क्वेश्चन फ्रेंड्स, सो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्रोवाइड दोज क्वेश्चंस। और इसी तरीके से जो मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग के स्टूडेंट हैं जिनका पेपर हो चुका होगा तो दे ऑल्सो स्टार्ट प्रोवाइडिंग। ओके फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट वी कैन शेयर, 60 फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट में शेयर, हां शेयर कर दो, इसे 10 मोर क्वेश्चंस। Okay friends, so now this next questions will be shared with you, and just check these questions. अभी यहाँ पे आपके साथ शेयर होते रहेंगे क्वेश्चंस ऑन द स्क्रीन, कीप चेकिंग और कीप शेयरिंग विद द क्वेश्चंस।
Very soon I will share this PDF in the free WhatsApp groups and the paid groups, and also on the YourPedia Telegram channel. If anyone of you is not there on the YourPedia Telegram channel or on the free WhatsApp groups of BEL for electronics, you can join from there. So I will share this PDF. So as of now we have came with around 60 questions. 60 questions we have came with along with this non-technical part also. And I will share this PDF, and if any questions are left, obviously 65 questions are more to be added over here. Please share the questions on the free WhatsApp groups. So this PDF is very important for you to identify that how many marks you are getting and what are the chances for your candidature to be get shortlisted for the next round, which is the interview.
So we are adding questions on regular basis and we will keep on updating here.
ओके फ्रेंड्स, सो आई थिंक दिस इज ऑल वी हैव डिस्कस विद यू। और इसका फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट आपके साथ शेयर हो गया है, आपके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स में फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट इसका शेयर हो चुका है बेल के एग्जाम का। अब इसको इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के लिए हम इसको कंक्लूड कर रहे हैं, मैकेनिकल के लिए 5:30 बजे स्टार्ट होगा 5:30 पे। फॉर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक स्टूडेंट वी आर कंक्लूडिंग द सेशन नाउ। पीडीएफ तैयार है, योर पीडीएफ का जो पीडीएफ है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के लिए बीईएल का वो तैयार है। और इसका सारा डिटेल कट ऑफ वगैरह आपको जल्दी ही बता देंगे। कुछ क्वेश्चन जो अभी तक जिनका आंसर नहीं मिला है आप उसको शेयर करना स्टार्ट करो। यूरोपीडिया की टीम इसका सारे के सारा आपको आंसर डिटेल में आज रात तक आपको इसका पीडीएफ मिल जाएगा। कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं जो अभी तक भी आपने शेयर नहीं किए, उनको कर दो। एंड वी आर रेडी टू नाउ हैव द सेशन फॉर मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट्स। 5:30 पे उसको स्टार्ट करेंगे, आप अपना क्वेश्चन भेजना स्टार्ट करो एंड वी एनालाइज फॉर मैकेनिकल ऑल्सो। सो ओवरऑल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का जैसा प्रेडिक्ट किया था मेंटर्स ने वैसे पेपर था, आसान पेपर था। और कट ऑफ कितनी होगी जल्दी आपको बताएंगे। अब कल का 11 बजे तुम्हारा प्री प्रेपरेशन असेसमेंट टेस्ट PPAT फॉर ISRO वो 11 बजे है, उसको अपीयर करें और देखें 2023 के कंपैरिजन में आप कहां स्टैंड करते हैं। एंड नेक्स्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के लिए है इसरो का एग्जाम और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के लिए है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया लिमिटेड का एग्जाम। ये दो अच्छी पोजीशंस हैं। बेल का हो गया, अब आगे चलते हैं और आगे इसको कन्वर्ट करते हैं। थैंक यू।